Hello, welcome back. Talking about drums, the independence volume, coordination. When we talk about coordination, we are first and foremost talking about coordination as such, which is a matter that happens in daily life. When you drive your car, it's actually quite profound, substantial coordination, but you now do it automatized because it doesn't matter anything at all to you. In drums, you have to overcome this right-handed, left-handed, right leg, left leg thing in order to actually work as a drummer using independence and using all your coordination. Coordination as such actually becomes secondary because you are being asked to play drums. Nobody cares at all how you do it, and then you are facing a conductor, and then you are reading your notes, and then you have a metronome in your ear. So the actual drumming, incorporating, of course, coordination, becomes almost secondary. Whereas in the moment we are talking about that as a primary problem. And in terms of drums, you need to know that just to alter your perspective on this, or to help you with the perspective, we are talking about 5 different kinds of coordination. We are talking about our hands, which are the upper body. We are talking about the legs, which are the lower body. We are talking about our right side. We are talking about our left side. And sadly, we are talking about the vicious one, which is the diagonal coordination, which incorporates your left leg and your left hand as well as the other side. And I'm assuming the vast majority are right-handers, so your left side is going to give you a bit of grief. How do you begin with coordination? Well, it's very easy. We are going back to the very, very beginning of the entire Talking About Drums volume, the beginning of mankind. It began with 14 technical hand movements. And you've got the page in front of you, and you can see that movement 11 and 13 have been taken out. We do not wish to waste our time with those, so good news, it's only 12 technical hand movements. Now, whereas for the coordination, for practice purposes, you might just use those two. Well, I won't, but you are free to do that. Okay, what are we going to do? We are going to walk. We are going to walk. We do what we do every day. Walking in drums is bass drum and hi-hat. You need to understand at this point that your legs are now performing eighth. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And so your legs are performing eighth, and your hands are going to perform 16th. So we do a simple walking, and we do a simple single stroke roll on top of this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now whilst I'm doing this, I'm going to analyze it. My right hand meets at all times both legs. If I take my left hand away, you can see that my right hand plays 8/8, whereas my legs share them. My left hand is now going back, play the E and the A. So you have the chance now to look at this from all perspectives. The upper body is playing a single stroke roll. So is the lower body, but the lower body is walking in eighth. It is a single stroke roll though. Your right hand meets the legs alternatingly, which means it's right, 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 diagonal, 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 okay? So this is how we look at coordination from the very outset. We analyze what we actually do, and when we look at the exercises which you find on the website, you will see it's very much based on which hand is meeting which leg, why, when, how, and how strong. Double stroke. Now, the double stroke in the hierarchy of motions ranks second. So if I say, could you play a single stroke roll in your legs and a double stroke in your hands, it's confusing. But you know what? Actually, when you do it, we are walking, you will find a double stroke is actually much easier because your right side meets the right side and your left side meets the left side exclusively. Okay? So if you play the double stroke, it's actually much easier for you because your right hand meets the right leg and vice versa. Whereas, why not make it just for a moment a little more difficult by walking, counting, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and we keep that in mind. And now we play a double stroke, only that we start with our left hand. Ah, now that turns it into diagonal coordination, alright? This is the idea. And then you stop. Let's have a look at the paradiddle. Just keep walking. Look at the single paradiddle. We are going to look at all these movements later in more depth when it comes to accents. Single paradiddle. Aha! The single paradiddle is a motion that is two-directional. That means on the one you kind of organize it this way. On the two, organize it this way. Now I'm expecting you to do that. It's not easy. Again, walk and relax. Always start with the movement that is easy for you. If you walk, it's easy for you. Walk and think the paradiddle. Here we go. Or, if you like your paradiddle, play the paradiddle and think your legs. Whichever way is easy for you is legitimate. There is no rule. And when you begin these exercises, do not try and start them. Take your time. It's no sense to start it all together. It doesn't make any sense. Now, single stroke, double stroke roll and paradiddle. If you look at the page, you will find the accents. That makes it very interesting, okay? So let's just go through these motions with the accents applied as they are written here on this page. Nice and easy. Let's not stress out about that. Single stroke roll without accent is obviously the bass. Accent. And a double stroke. Normal double stroke, no accents. Let's have a look at the next one. Take your time with this. Okay, we are talking about difficult stuff. Okay. Movement number 7. Awkward. Okay, take your time with this. The cheetah. Always keep in mind where your legs are. Paradiddle. Now we're going to play E and A. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Next. Okay, this is the principle, this is how you start. And let me just explain to you why in 1 minute you walk. Here you are. Single stroke. Take your single stroke into the hi-hat. Paradiddle. Yeah, you can almost create a groove. So these exercises are not just exercises, they actually make sense. Go for it, have a very good time. I shall see you in the next volume when we talk about much more serious stuff than that. God bless you, thank you, bye.